Belal versus Jack. This has been doing the rounds, so it's not exactly an original thought. But all of this talk of Belal being a boring fighter has now got to stop. And I've seen lots of tweets saying the same stuff because that was a brilliant fight from start to finish. I tweeted, when you're retired, when you're done, when you look back on your career, those are the type of fights that you want to take part in. Those are the type of fights that make you proud as a fighter that, yeah, okay, it would have been nice to win. But still, you went out there, you laid it all on the line, you entertained the crowd, you stood, he went toe-to-toe. Yeah, of course, he tried to wrestle and he did get him down a couple of times, but it was a tremendous fight from both men.
Oh, God, it was a freaking bloodbath battle. And, you know, I know Bilal's definitely upset right now, right? He wanted to win that fight more than anything. But the fact that he was able to go out there and fight a 5-round fight like that with all the critics kind of saying all the BS about being boring and what's his name again and all this shit. And he goes out there and has a fight like that with Jack, who looked on point. Oh, my God. I mean, his boxing in close, the elbows that he was throwing, and Belal was exhausted by the end. Both guys were feeling it. And the fact that he went to the dark places in that fight to be able to push through. And dude, he got him down in the 5th. It looked like he might be able to pull it off if he could have held him there. But credit to Jack Della Maddalena for being able to get back up again with that pace at that point in the fight to be able to fight back. And then on top of that, be able to put the combos on him at the end of the fight. I mean,
yeah,
that was a great
I mean,
event.
Jack was fantastic. That was such a good performance, and he leveled up so much from the last time we saw him against Gilbert Burns. But you know what? Just sticking on Belal for a second, you know what really impressed me? I'm not sure what round it was. It might have been round 3 or it might have been round 4. I think it was 3. He knew he was down the first 2 rounds, and he came out because his corner was screaming at him and trying to get him motivated. I think it was 3, might have been 4. And he comes out, and holy shit, it's like he was on fast forward with the effort, with just going forward, pushing the pace, getting in on him, going for takedowns. I was like, holy shit, you can't. This man has got some true fighting spirit. You know what I'm saying? And he gave it his best shot, but it just wasn't good enough. Jack Della Maddalena, the boxing was beautiful. The footwork, the takedown defense. Even when he did get taken down, he got back to his feet really technically. And then what I loved as well is that when he got back to his feet, straight away, he was on it. He didn't waste any time. Get up and just immediately on the attack. Beautiful combinations, excellent shot selection, strong hips, great takedown defense, cardio for days, power, precision.
Cardio for days, because Belal pushes a crazy pace. And at the end of that fight, Jack was the fresher guy to be able to get back up to his feet. And a lot of that, I think, is due to the amount of damage that he puts on people. And he said that, right? He said, listen, I'm going to put shots on him and put damage on guys. That's all he worries about. And you're so right about that. When he gets right back up, he doesn't waste any time, whether it's a knee right from the break. He throws violent shit at you right off the bat to try to hurt you. And what I love about Jack is the way he mixes in the body shots, man. You just don't see enough of that. And he cuts just perfect angles. He stays in front of you, fighting at his range the whole time, but angles off and gets out of the way. And it was tough to watch at points, being somebody that's close to Belal. I was like, good God, this guy is cracking him.
Yeah, and that knee that you mentioned there, he landed it in round 5, but he was coming this close to landing that knee right up the middle. Every round he threw that because obviously, you know, Belal's going to come in, he's going to clinch, he's going to shoot, he's going to level change. The head's going to be right there. And oh my God, he missed it like 3 or 4 times, connected with it in the 5th round. Belal had the shit beaten out of him, broken orbital. Broken nose, shattered orbital, massive cut on his face. The pair of it. Oh yeah, the lip was split in Alistair Overeem style.
Yep, that was nasty, man. And I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that in the fight because of his mustache and his beard, and it stayed pretty closed. That I remember I watched the fight. I even watched some of the post show, and then I went to bed. And then I woke up the next day, and it was all over Instagram that Dane had posted that photo of his lip. That one's tough, man, because you just fight that fight, and even if you win, you lose, no matter what. What do you want to do? You just want to go relax. You want to go eat something, and instead,
let's say have a beer. You can't have a beer with that lip, and Belal doesn't drink, but it's just going to piss everywhere.
Yeah, it's just going to be a mess. And think about how bad it's going to sting. I saw somebody post on Twitter or something like that. Don't eat any salt and vinegar chips with a lip
man.
like that. It's going to burn like crazy.
Could you imagine? I would say what's the most messed up you've been, but I think it was the Dan Hooker fight, right?
Dan Hooker, and probably after the Mike Perry fight, I was all mangled up. And but you know what? With lips, one time I got hit with a sidekick straight to the mouth by Darren Cruikshank, and he split the whole inside of my lower lip. I remember being so pissed about that when I got out of the arena, because I wanted to just go drink beers, and I used to dip. So I wanted to put a dip in, and I couldn't put it in there because of the cut in my lip. So I was just freaking miserable.
Yeah, my worst one, I think, was after I fought Dan Henderson at 204. He got me with 2 overhand rights in round 1 and round 2. Shattered the orbital on my good eye. Face was smashed to pieces. I never wanted to go to the hospital afterwards because they would find out about my bad eye. You know what I mean? So I was always
think about that.
I never, ever wanted to go to the hospital. After every fight, like when I fought Anderson Silva, I was a bit of a mess. Like, Mike, you got to go to the hospital and get checked out. I'm like, no, I'm fine. Because, I don't need some dickhead doctor.
Yeah, like, this guy can't be doing this.
I don't know about the black eye or whatever, but one of his eyes is totally not working. So I never wanted to go. And I remember I was standing there in my underpants, my little skinny Y fronts in the changing room in Manchester, blood all over me, eyeball swollen out here, cheek just destroyed. And Dana comes in. He's like, Mike, you got to go to the hospital. I said, Dana, I'm fine. He goes, you don't look it. He's like, you don't look
from
fine.
Over here, you don't look fine.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, look, listen, fair play to Belal, right? Well done to him. But the champion's name is Jack Della Maddalena. 28 years old, only getting better, beautiful boxing, excellent takedown defense, does a lot of damage. He can take a shot as well because Belal landed some good shots as well. All right, today's episode is sponsored by Ridge Wallet, okay? This right here, this thin, indiscreet, sleek-looking, stylish, futuristic, modern, that is a wallet, okay, which holds cash. It holds multiple cards. You put it in your pocket, you don't even see it, right? My old wallet, I'm not talking about how much cash I used to have, but the old wallet was big, it was bulky. You fill it with receipts. There's credit cards all over the place. There's loads of stuff in there. I don't even know what it is. And when you put it in your jeans, because I like to wear some tight-fitting jeans, it sticks out. It looks absolutely ridiculous. Not anymore. Not with the Ridge wallet. If you want to express yourself, Ridge has over 50 colors and styles to choose from. Paul Felder chose the bright green because he didn't want to lose it. I thought it was because he was Irish, but no, he chose the bright green because he didn't want to lose it. All Ridge products, by the way, have a lifetime warranty. This is literally the last wallet that you're ever going to have to buy. Does it give you peace of mind knowing that all Ridge wallets have RFID blocking technology, keeping you safe from digital pickpocketers? Well, it should. By the way, Ridge has over 100,000 5-star reviews, and Ridge just isn't about wallets. They create premium everyday carry essentials like key cases, suitcases, and rings, all built with the same sleek, durable style. No matter what you pick, Ridge has free shipping and a 99-day risk-free trial and a lifetime warranty on all of their products. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off at Ridge by using the code BELIEVE at checkout. Just head on over to ridge.com. Use the code BELIEVE and you are all set for a 10% discount. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Ridge.com. Code is BELIEVE for 10% off.